Doing all that fun Tweety stuff.
What now? Wow.
Guess we'll find out. We get banned sometime soon. Alright. Final Bloodborne stream, however far we end up getting.
Yep. Hell yeah, ending time, baby.
Mm-hmm. Get to experience the fun of Souls endings.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I'm gonna hate it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it'll go great.
Like, I have sort of a vague inkling as to what will probably happen in the third and hardest ending.
And the,
Considering it's the ending where we have to chow down the umbilical cords and get eyes on the inside, I can't imagine that going very well for us.
Delish. Yeah, I think the plan is we're gonna go for the third ending.
Yes.
You know, do all the boss fighty stuff.
We've backed up our save file in 2 different places.
Yep.
So we're gonna get the third, and we did use some Chalice off stream.
Yep.
We gathered the materials for the final dungeon, and you're about halfway through the Defiled.
Yes,
sort
I
of.
have I have the second boss and then the third floor to do, and obviously the third boss.
Yeah.
We will see. The second boss is already giving me a lot of trouble.
Yeah, the half health thing is rough.
Difficult.
It's rough. So what we're probably gonna do is we're probably gonna do the ending. Hopefully we've bought every other weapon we think in the game.
As far as we know, yes.
So we'll buy the weapon we're missing for that trophy.
Yep.
Then we'll re-download our old save file and do the Chalice stuff, and then potentially do another ending in the stream, depending on
We'll figure out what we want to do.
depending on how successful the Chalice stuff is.
Yes, all 3 endings are available to us. At this point, it's kind of just a matter of picking which one.
Yep.
As soon as we go over to the Great Tree, we will get a choice that will basically cut us off from the first ending when we choose not to do it. So since I've been doing the Chalice Dungeons and the number of echoes you get from them fucking is completely ridiculous. I'm level 113 now, and we're durable as shit.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do to kind of make sure that we get a good fight with the final bosses is tamp down quite a bit on my my gems. So hopefully this will make it so that we're not doing more damage than God himself to the final bosses. We shall see. Because boy howdy, we've got ourselves a lot of gems.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on right now. And we will likely go back to going all out once we've done the endings, but for now I'm good with just slotting out some of these gems.
The file, your
yeah, my gem stuff will go back to the way that it was. God, there's like only so low that I can actually make my attack go with the shit that I have.
Yeah.
Which is not surprising. Again, our stats are nutso right now. We've got 40 vitality, 40 endurance, and 50 strength. So we're kind of soft capping pretty much everything.
Everything that's relevant to us, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
After this, it's really just like arcane for the Amygdala orb?
If we even want to do that, yeah. I imagine it gets some bonuses on like the tricked version, but I don't know even like what exactly. Honestly, we might even still get more out of just pumping strength even at this level, but
yeah,
I have no idea, to be fair. But yeah, I think it's time. Doll has been telling us to go chat up Gehrman this whole time, and we might as well finally listen to it. And, well, I guess it's time. Use 1/3 of an umbilical cord.
Shout out. We do put more in our arcade. We can try out some of those tools that we
that's true.
Have, but
And I mean, I'm getting such a ridiculous number of these things from the.
This is such a bad idea.
Isn't it?
I just want it known for the record. This is a terrible idea. Also, to get the volume down a wee bit.
Ah, yes.
Horn is a bit louder. The others.
4-ish.
23's I just want it to be known this is a terrible, terrible idea.
I do love my inside eyes.
Just a lot of garbage.
Alright, well, we have used it. We have also maxed our inside out at 999 right now. I forgot that it did do that, but yeah, whatever.
Onwards!
So if we go over to this side, there is a gate that's basically been closed this whole time. And actually leads out into a lovely field of flowers. God knows that in these kinds of games, a field of white flowers
Don't lie to
has
me.
never meant
This
anything
is,
before.
This is the Sekiro Final Fight arena. This is the exact
God
same
knows,
place.
this has never happened
We're
before.
gonna fight Tengu Dad. He's gonna like show up and kick your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does that mean Gehrman is Tengu Dad?
Good question.
Ah, hell. We're always end a game by fighting an old man, huh?
Seems like it.
Is that just a FromSoft thing?
Guess so.
Now, I will show you mercy.
Will ya, buddy? Pal?
I forget the dream and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
So this is the choice for the first ending. The reason Mergo can be the final boss of the game is that if you choose to submit your life, Gehrman just kills you and you wake up and it's morning in Yharnam. And who knows what that means.
Well, you don't. You didn't do that ending.
Hmm?
You don't, because you didn't do that ending.
Pretty much. If you refuse...
Maybe we'll see it. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, refuse. Fuck him up. Fuck up the old man. Kill the old man. Kill the old man.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
So, shock and awe, the second potential final boss is Gehrman, the first hunter.
Got a fucking sight.
Okay, he's doing real damage to me, so that should be fine.
Yeah, he sure is.
Not sure how much I'll do to him. So Gehrman is a, a regular hunter fight, except he's even faster than every other hunter you've ever fought.
He seems like a real jerk.
He is parryable.
I mean, he is a hunter. That is their thing.
And he is wielding the last weapon of the game. The Blade of Mercy.
The
Or, yes, the Blade of Mercy. Burial
Burial
Blade.
Blade. Blade of Mercy
Is what I
was
meant.
Eileen's.
Yes, is Eileen's
yeah.
weapon.
He came on and slammed you.
So he is surprisingly spry for an old man.
He is in a dream. Maybe in the dream, age doesn't matter.
I will also say he is the last final boss that I myself have ever fought against. He will switch from one to two-handed mode. His gun is a real shit, and you know he can fly across the map, so like terrifying.
He doth have guns. Not when he's in psych mode. His sight seems pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if it lets you roll at the distance he does.
It's just a big ass sight, which seems cool. That's
Yes, and you can turn the like reaping bit into a sword, basically.
yeah. Oh boy.
Now he's pissed.
Now he mad. Now he's praising the moon? That
Ow!
hurt? Wow.
Whoop!
Oh, thank God he was far away there.
Yeah. Wow, that just auto hits you, or auto staggers you. I wasn't even doing shit there. I'm gonna have to be real careful.
Nope, don't get hit.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Not the
okay.
worst.
Not as deadly as it could be. He's still rough.
Yeah, I think he does not get affected by the bullets anymore.
Yeah, he's got the big glowy
Whoop.
fuck off.
Slide to the left.
He fucked you up a bit there.
Yes.
Well, you died.
That does happen.
And here was you thinking you would romp them.
I mean, I did take off most of my blood gems
And here
specifically
was
to make
you
it happen.
Thinking they wouldn't even do any damage to you.
I mean, honestly, I'm glad, because we get to see all of his bullshit.
Can you buy the blade now, or
No, I
did
believe you need to beat him.
first?
Yes.
Okay,
I believe once we beat him, if we die to the next boss, we should be able to buy it. Although I'm not 100% sure, because I've never done it before.
Okay.
But that last form is a doozy. He does at least stagger in this form, so that like you can just kind of run right up to him and give him what for.
I love giving them what for.
Me too.
Nice sad music playing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did see sad Gehrman mumbling to himself in his sleep a while ago. This is kind of his curse, is being stuck here in the dream. Guiding hunters.
Has he been like cursed to do it? Is that his punishment for killing the old one?
Maybe we'll learn a bit.
Being a hunter seems kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Why do we do it? Does Granny Bingus have a choice in the
I'm
matter?
sure everyone has their reasons.
Could she just walk away?
And there was a dude who basically gave us blood right at the start.
You're asking me to remember like 3 or 4 months ago, which is a
I
mistake,
know,
honey. I'm sorry.
Just both of us standing there shooting each other.
Yeah, the opening cutscene is us being like operated on and then
Blood minstrated.
seeing some messengers.
Befriending some messengers.
Yes, I guess submitting our life is walking away of a sort. Although,
Yeah.
like, I'm not sure I like this die thing.
Ah, we've done it plenty.
Sure, that's fair.
Gehrman's a really tough final boss, and it is kind of wild that I did it.
I'm getting the feeling that I'm not going to like where this ending goes.
Oh, come on. There we go. Okay,
Just-
got out of
Just
there.
call it a guess based on the fact that we ate 3 umbilical cords.
Mm-hmm. You just go blow up on your own time, dude.
I feel like the best ending might actually be the ending where we don't fight this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Granny Fingers just gets the hell out of town.
The hardest part here is definitely that I am no longer staggering him. Let's see if this does it. Ah.
Ah.
Wasn't really expecting there to be the place he landed.
I definitely have my guess as to what this ending's going to entail, and I don't like it.
Explosions.
That move seems to be, I don't know, like, run the heck away. This shockwave seems to last for a very long time.
Yes. Are you gonna do Shubi with that gun? Alright, got a decent thing going here. Bait the gun out. Whee! I think the lesson here is absolutely do not overstay your welcome.
Wow, you didn't actually
Yeah, I'm not
get
actually
visceral
sure.
there,
I
like-
thought I was getting reversaled.
I know, right? That was like, he's gonna do it, right?
Ah, okay,
Oh,
so he flings.
Fires a shockwave. Okay. It was kind of hard to see that. I thought he was like coming down on you.
Same. Oh no. Maybe this is how he cuts the lawn.
Probably.
It was just so hard for me to get, like, in, ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, the fact that he switched is probably better for me.
The scythe is hard to get a good attacking opportunity on.
Yes. One more shot's got it, though. Should do it.
Oh, alright. Yeah, it took like 4 months, yeah.
Yeah, and he's been here a lot longer than we have.
Yeah, the badge is what will allow us to buy it.
Yep.
Oh, is that good?
Maybe.
Is this good? No, this is bad. This is very bad. Defiled it? I guess eating the umbilical cords allowed us to deny it the hugs?
So, this is the moon presence. It is the final boss of Bloodborne.
If you eat the
If we have
umbilical
eaten the umbilical cords, yes. You'll notice that what happened there was that it was kind of trying to hug us.
It sure was, yeah. And it gave us smooches as well, yeah.
We have heard the whole thing about great ones losing their children and looking for a surrogate.
Yes.
I believe the implication is that
It tried to impregnate us?
no, actually, that we were going to become the surrogate.
Oh.
And specifically in Gehrman's ending, or in the second ending, that you, oh god, become the surrogate. Like this is pretty much what happens every
I'm sorry,
time.
it's just when you say surrogate, I think like...
Yes, you become its child, basically.
child,
The replacement
okay.
for its dead child.
Right. Sorry, just confusing with the word surrogate.
That is
When
fair,
you say
yes.
surrogate, I think like...
Yes,
you
someone
know,
to give birth for
pregnancy,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
No, it sneezed.
Bless you. I'm surprised I'm not dead.
Oh, so you have like no chance to get more. You basically came in the same blood vials you ended
Yes.
Gehrman with. So
I
rough.
don't know what that is, and I don't like it.
I just looked up and I was like, oh, you only have 5 blood vials. Oh, I suppose if you die, you'll come in with 20.
Yes. I'm not 100% sure what things are gonna look like here.
Drops you at 1 HP. Okay.
Ah, okay. Yeah, new presence knows Heartless Angel.
Apparently, it's like if you're low on blood vials, use your Bolt Hunter's Mark to get back to the tree.
Yes, you can just fuck off, basically. So, yeah, seems we actually turned the Blood Moon on in the dream.
Oops. Do we have enough cold blood that we can buy that weapon?
I feel like we should be able to, and if not, I could just go into a thing and grab it. There is the Burial Blade, 60,000, trick weapon wielded by Gehrman, the first hunter. A masterpiece that defined the entire array of weapons crafted at the workshop. Its blade is forged with siderite and is said to have fallen from the heavens. Gehrman surely saw the hunt as a dirge of farewell, wishing only that his prey might rest in peace, never again to awaken to another harrowing nightmare. See, it turns out Gehrman's kind of been cursed by the moon presence to, like, you know, run the hunt this whole time. It's the implication is that the moon presence is the reason that everything is that the death and rebirth shit has been happening. No idea how much this is going to give us. 40,000.
Not enough.
That'll be pretty easy to make up. I'm also not sure if the doll's going to have anything different to say.
Yeah, I get the feeling that turning Gehrman's offer down was a bad thing. It's weird that.
Yeah, who knew? I won't fight the boss because the boss kicks my ass, but I should be able to get some stuff here. Either that or the Ease Chalice.
Yeah.
Ease might be a little safer. Maybe I do actually go there instead. But yeah, if we get that, that should hopefully clear up any of the weapon stuff. Kill the moon presence and everything will be fixed. It's fine. We fought plenty of elder gods at this point. What's one more? Yeah, I believe that the way that the second ending goes is you kind of see that same cutscene, except you can't. The moon presence is like kind of shadowy. Like you don't actually see that it's a monster thing.
Okay.
You kind of just get grabbed and then the game fades and goes to credits. Like, you can tell you're getting grabbed by something, but you don't quite have the horrible insight to see what it is. I'm never gonna get over these things flickering like fucking fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
So we've kind of replaced Gehrman by killing him. Why don't we just replace the Elder God?
That seems like a spectacularly bad idea.
Why don't we just remove the Elder God?
It seems
seems simple.
A very bad idea.
There have been a lot of terms like pale blood and stuff going around. I don't quite know if those are specifically the moon presence, but
This is a chance we get to get some ingredients for the last.
yes, the red jelly that we're going to need for the final one, if we do make it, is in here. And it turns out the number of souls you get from this place is mondo.
Alright.
Like, I just murdered all those little guys and got 26,000 souls from it.
Yeah?
The amount you get is stupid. Alright, Burial Blade. And there's Hunter's Essence.
Yeah, all weapons. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Beautiful. Alright, shall we go do
Yeah,
a murder?
maybe with 24 blood vials, this might go a little better.
I think so. I was doing, I think, better damage to it than I was to Gehrman,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny.
Hello.
Oh, here they come.
Oh no. Wait, Gribbly. Yeah, blood and violence solves an awful lot of problems. It's Granny Bingus' motto.
Certainly has been. God, this thing's design is wild.
It's quite, cleric beastie.
Certainly got a lot of that, although, like, you know, instead of feathers, there's just, like, bits of its body missing.
We also got some, Ebresis vibes with all the flames and stuff.
Yeah. It is interesting, because it doesn't have the Cosmos colors
No, but
that, like,
it
most of the
has
kin have had.
Sidewaysy. It's very similar to those beasts in the Nightmare
Yeah.
Frontier.
Yeah, definitely.
The sideways beasties.
God, I love how fucking bestial it is. You know, you fight Gehrman and he is very restrained and, like, obviously there's a lot of power behind everything he does, but it is sort of just moving. Yeah, that does just blast me down to 1 health, huh? No matter where I'm at.
Apparently he, like, stops for a wee bit, so you can,
Yeah,
like,
I can do some snacks during
and
that
if you're
time.
close, you can, like, ram up and get some of your health back with
Yep.
Rally. Fun time.
I feel like the orbs are coming out.
Ooh, hello. Everything is just doing her best.
Whee! A lot of blood and orbs going on. Oh, okay.
Oh, you can't heal anymore. Okay.
Yeah, that, numbing misted me.
Yeah.
Oh, I got problems.
Time for Smaxies.
Blood vials are back.
Dead though! Woo!
Woo! Yeah, I was pretty high level for that. The orbs have numbing mist. Go figure. We do get another nightmare slain out of that.
I thought this was a dream.
Weird that.
Alright. Is what I think about to happen gonna happen? Because I don't think eating those umbilical cords and killing a great one's a good idea. I think we're gonna become one. That's a slug.
Are you cold?
Just-
Oh, good hunter.
Are we a worm now?
I think we turned into a slug.
Oh. Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I knew this ending was a bad idea. I knew it. I said it. It's a terrible idea.
You're a kid now, you're a squid now.
No, I don't want to be a squid. Gross, terrible ending.
They did say that Willem was looking for a way to obtain the Great One's power. Yeah, taking Gehrman's deal might be the best of the endings.
It's honestly, yes, good ending. Because like getting turned into a baby isn't great either. We saw
Yep.
Rome.
I mean, killing him basically means that you get his job. I believe you see the doll pushing you in a wheelchair is basically how that ending goes.
Okay, so you have to.
You basically take Gehrman's place in the dream, and
That's not good either.
the hunt continues. Whereas if you take his deal, you just wake up in Yharnam,
But
and
he.
who knows what goes on.
But he's still there. So
He's still in the dream.
So basically, no matter what, everything still sucks.
Basically. Moral of the story, don't eat umbilical cords. This is a general rule.
More in the story is don't come to Yharnam. Nothing good
Oh,
ever
there's
happens.
another one.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
jeez.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
Want to become famous? Just eat these third umbilical cords.
No, don't actually.
Hear the old bots.
Yeah, basically, this is a game of misery, huh?
Yup. Frankly, Sekiro probably has the happier endings. Overall.
Sekiro had some okay, some of the endings were uplifting.
Yeah, well that's what I mean.
You
like,
helped a dude out as well.
everybody dies at the end of Sekiro, and yet it's still, like, happier ending than this.
Yeah, the endings get worse.
Man has done sin.
I didn't realize that Sekiro was
Was the happy-go-lucky
the
one.
happiest shit.
A lot of protagonist voices.
Uh-huh.
You actually get names and titles for a lot of these folks. And then all the people who basically just went "Arr" into the microphone. It is true. Whenever you get the Eldritch beings involved, especially when you start murdering them and drinking their blood, things are basically screwed right from the start.
Yeah.
They were pretty good "Arr" sounds. That is true. Alright, so, with that being done fairly quickly, we are
Chalice?
basically gonna wander into the Chalice Dungeon, and if you feel like I haven't been having enough trouble with all of the various fights that have been going on lately, towards the end game, don't you fucking worry. I have already died to the second Defiled Chalice boss like 4 or 5 times, and it is exactly the kind of fight that tends to give me quite a lot of trouble. So, Yeah, it's gonna go good. Yeah, the Defiled Funhouse. I don't have too much trouble on the layers themselves. I mean, it's scary, but I have a massive blood vial collection at this point, so I can kind of just burn them. But the bosses are definitely gonna be a problem. We'll see how it goes. We'll let the credits play out, and then we'll reload the save. And pretend we never saw any of that.
Yeah, no, Granny Bingus is not an old one, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a slug.
She is not turned into a slug.
She did not turn into a slug, it's
Nope.
fine.
That would be ridiculous. Non-canon.
No, Granny Bingus would never turn herself into a slug.
Absolutely not.
Never. Mm-mm.
I will say, the first boss did kill me a bunch of times, but I did eventually kind of get to the point where I could stun lock it. If you don't know, it's another one of those pyromancers that we occasionally see in the catacombs themselves.
Yep.
I've killed them as a boss off stream, and I guess twice now. But I was able to get like some good stun locks and figure out patterns. The second boss in the area is extremely not that.
Alright, we got the worst ending.
Woo!
I mean, I get the second ending, so it doesn't sound very good either.
No, that is the problem. There's no winning here. You either become the old god or you become the servant of the old god, and I mean, Gehrman didn't exactly seem to have it all together.
No.
He wasn't exactly having the greatest time.
Maybe being a slug's better than that?
God knows.
I think it's kind of a case of pick your poison.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think the only good ending is, deciding to
Get the fuck out of here.
Getting beheaded.
I am leaving goodbye. Yeah, Moon Presence was a neat fight. It would be interesting to see that, like, a bit lower leveled, where I really had to kind of give it absolutely everything I had, like, because I was doing a lot of damage to it. And it did have some bullshit, like, it's really, really aggressive in a way enemies that size aren't usually. Ah, yes, it'll just kick us straight into New Game Plus.
Let's begin the transfusion.
So is that just some doctor?
Yeah, I think it's not actually known who that is for certain. There's people who suspect that he might be like Carol, the guy who made all of the runes, but
Okay.
I don't think there's actually any confirmation in game.
So I guess Granny Bingus made a deal with the devil to become a hunter for some reason?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I guess the reason foreigners come and do it is because Yharnam blood does heal
I did
shit.
see, basically most people think the Moon Presence is easier than Gehrman.
I can believe that pretty well, yeah. Like, I was having some real trouble with Gehrman, and there were definitely parts of the Moon Presence fight where A, I didn't know what was going on, but B, I kind of wanted to make sure that I would show it off a bit. Like, I could totally believe that. At some point, the downside of doing all the Chalice stuff is that I gained, like, probably 30 or 40 levels out of it, and
Yeah, the DLC as well, I
the
think.
DLC, yes, the DLC would also, if we had just been doing it regular style and I had only done like up to the 3rd level Chalice, it probably would have been a lot more effort having to be put in on my part to get through all that. Alright, so, do we close the
Yes,
software?
Close that.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter if I save it or not.
Alright, then if we go in settings, down we're going to application, save data management. You can either get the USB or the online, doesn't really matter which one. And
Alright, copy to system storage, Bloodborne. That should be today's.
Yeah, this is yesterday's.
Ah, yes, the one we had last
Yes.
saved yesterday, because that was the last time we did anything.
Yep.
So this should just copy over our save file the way that we did with Eileen, and
Yep.
allow us to continue the adventure as if we had never become God.
Yeah, you don't lose any progress in the Chalice Dungeon in New Game Plus, but like we'd have to get back.
Yeah.
And we potentially want to see another ending.
Yeah,
what we're
like we
doing.
might end the stream
we're
by...
trying to get the Platinum Trophy, which requires seeing all 3 endings.
Yep.
So we're reloading so that we can see all. I don't know if we'll show off all 3 on stream. Probably not all 3. Maybe.
Probably not. I mean, I'd have to beat Gehrman again, which I could obviously do,
one?
but it's still, like, fairly similar overall. And frankly, I think we've put Granny Bingus through enough
It's true.
on these streams.
We're gonna do some Chalice, and we might end up by seeing the first ending.
I
maybe?
think so.
Yeah.
Alright, yep. It's no longer Red Moony in here. We have no longer chowed down as one does.
Yep.
We're only at 93 insight. So ease. Put down the Defiled Chalice first.
Do you have to remove chalices to put new ones down?
Yes, you get 7 slots, but you do have to, once
okay.
you get through all of those, you have to remove any one of them to place a new one.
Okay.
We'll just do the first one, because, you know, we're never going to go back there.
No, God, no.
You can also replace the chalices, you just have to pay the toll again to get into them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they're like random, you can replace them to rejigger the layout?
Yes, that as well, the root chalices. You can also place specific chalices, which is the whole code system, or like specific layouts, which is the code system. That's something we haven't even really done, but it's stuff you do for like co-op. Anyway, I have gone through this whole floor, I have opened the door, and now it's time to walk the dinosaur. As has been mentioned, the Defiled Chalice puts you at half health, which means that we now have more stamina than health. And, most physical attacks do half damage, but elemental attacks still do full, which means this lad is still hitting us like an absolute truck. And there are very few places for us to actually get attacks in on him. I believe I did break his leg there. Rude.
Very rude.
What are you gonna do, lunge at me?
He's a good ball.
Yeah, that's like I'm breaking his thing. I don't know if I could get a, super attack out of that, or a visceral attack out of that. Might be possible, though.
And dead.
He came on and slammed.
He did slam us to the ground a bit. You can visceral him for breaking his head. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case. So yeah, we'll see how far down in the chalices we can get. The ultimate goal would be 1 chalice below this one, like the final Thumaran chalice. That will require me to kill the 3rd boss of this chalice, which is why I have to do this one.
Yep.
Luckily, I do have all the materials to then place this that chalice after we beat this one, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be able to do that. We'll see.
We're gonna be here for a bit.
Oop. This is a gross attack. Bad dog.
Oh, he's just ill. He's not a bad dog. Apparently when he gets up from his broken leg, he always does that,
The slam.
the explosion.
Yep. not go for the visceral fast enough there.
I think he might just be able to break his head rather than the limb.
Well, I did get the break there.
Did you?
Previously, I just didn't get the thing out. Like, I couldn't get over to him fast enough. Ah, this attack.
That's a murder.
Yes, it comes out super, super fast.
This watchdog, man. What a jerk.
Ah, has to be a break phase? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. Been music playing outside all day, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. I doubt it's coming through the stream at all, because it's pretty muffled even in here.
Yeah. All we can hear is the bit of the beat, which is driving me crazy.
What are you gonna do, lunge at me?
Okay, search for him. It's Defiled Watchdog.
Yeah?
It's a game ruining experience.
Yeah?
Aww, he vomited.
He does do that.
Poor baby. Ew.
Probably be ill too if you land in if you lived in a chalice like this. Doesn't seem like the healthiest environment to raise a pet in. I've more or less got the timing down at least. For like dodging a lot of the bigger attacks, like that one. What are you gonna do, slam me? Ow. It's going good, and then he one-shot me. It was a pretty magic pixel the first time. It is one of those things where I'm not totally sure if I should be using full pizza cutter or like going mace or something on him. The pizza cutter seems like it should be getting bonus damage against him because I assume he counts as a beast, but...
It's weak against serrated weapon.
Yeah.
And bolt burn.
Yeah, potentially worth going spit bolty. God, sometimes I just do not quite get the timing for the snaps. Bye. Sometimes things go my way, other times they extremely don't. Also seems to take quite a while to die in this fight for some reason. Like, I'll run out of health and then sit there for like 3 or 4 seconds before "you died" comes up. If anything stops us from getting the platinum on stream, it would probably be this.
Yeah.
I get the feeling this and the next boss are going to be experiences. That is definitely doing some damage. Well, he appears to be on fire. Ah! I thought he was done attacking.
He was not.
He was definitely not. Yeah, the big thing about him is, like, you know, you saw the damage that I was doing to Gehrman and Moon Presence without, like, any good gems in my weapons. And you see the kind of damage that I do to these dudes with my, like, fully fucking kitted out weapon, and it is just nowhere near close. I'm gonna take a look if any of my cursed gems are, like, have effectiveness down against kin, potentially, because if they've got higher damage, that could potentially help.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cursed gems because this Defiled Chalice only drops cursed gems.
Okay, yeah, when his health hits 70%, he starts doing 3 swipes.
That makes sense. Alrighty. Yeah, attack versus the kin down 9.3%. So, like, I'm gonna need to take this off eventually, but that is 20% attack up, which feels nice. HP gradually depletes, weapon durability down, which is kind of bad because I think the Whirly Gig's got 96. That's not necessarily amazing. Attack down minus 7%. How sad. Yeah, so the only other things I have are HP gradually depletes, and while that's probably not the worst thing in the world,
It's a little scary.
it's definitely a little scary, and, like, the amount of attack up I get from it is kind of marginal.
No.
Like, the attack versus the kin down means nothing against this dude, so that's just pure upside. But slowly losing my HP is like, is that going to be worth anything? And yeah, this boss definitely is just like, you just got to do the right thing for longer than it feels like you should.
Yeah, you really have to, like, dart in.
Play
circuit
really, really
strikes.
careful for, like, a span of 10 minutes, like, and where one to two hits can just kill you.
Yeah, I'm watching the video. You do a lot of dodging, a lot of, like, jumping in, smacking its legs.
Yeah, you get
jumping
one or
out
two
again.
smacks and then fuck off, because it's just too dangerous.
Once you break a leg, it takes more damage, but yeah, when you, like, break a leg, it's like a couple of smacks, and then
fuck
out
off
to
because he
dodge
is about
the
to
explosion.
explode, yeah. And I'm getting the hang of that, but it is definitely just like, yep, gonna have to just sit here and do this, huh? I feel like summoning for this would probably be pure downside because his health is quite large.
Yes, I don't think it'll actually help you here.
Hi. Ha, didn't expect the backlight to go. Alright, I did actually just stun him out of the lava vomit, which is nice. Hi!
His limb's on fire, it's broke.
That's how you can tell when my limbs are broken as well.
It's true.
God, yeah,
Wow.
like, if he just starts doing that charge and I decided to go for 2 before it even started, I just die.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, more HP than the Orphan of Kos, and I think, like, your damage is lower in these dungeons as well, although I'm not 100% sure about that.
You know, I really, have to say when you're, like, uploading a 5.5-minute video labeled Easy Strategy for Watchdog of the Old Lord, I'm expecting an easy strategy and not 5.5 minutes of, okay, when he does this, do this, okay, you're gonna do this. You need to dodge. You need to dodge
It's
3
easy
times.
every time.
Do 1 or 2 attacks and quick step twice backward. I'm like, that's Souls player's definition of easy.
Mistake.
That's easy. Okay, I have a much stranger definition of easy than these Redditors, I think.
Yeah, you could say comprehensive. I'm not sure about easy. I got a hug.
He slammed you.
He gave me a hug. Ah, okay, the extra damage you're doing is basically because it's ignoring his defense when you break a limb. That makes sense. Yeah, it is sort of just like, I kind of just have to hit him as hard as I possibly can. Once or twice and then get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, the guy also likes going for the back legs, but you do have to release lock on to do that.
Yeah.
Which I know is not your favorite
Souls
thing
players
to
who
do.
release lock on are, I don't know, cryptids to me.
Just, dodge that move, release lock on, hit his back leg 2 to 3 times, and quick step twice to get out of the explosion.
It's
easy.
simple.
It's easy.
He's just stretching out. Okay. That was unfortunate, because I'm not really sure why I got hit there. We did actually beat the game already.
Yeah.
We did the become squid ending.
A slug, yes.
So at this point, all that is left is horrible Chalice Dungeons.
If it's hot lava, you can, again, you'll have to release lock on, but you can run to his back legs and
That's
smack him.
kind of fine, yeah. Like, I know that he's not gonna hit me from there, and it takes a while for that attack to come out.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity when he's vomiting to smack his back legs.
Kind of an awkward place for it. Considering.
I mean, you got away with it.
Yeah, now I'm going too early, which is weird, because, like... Yeah, that's how it usually goes. Rude. Ah, God, I could not get away from the hug at all there.
Yeah.
Okay, even it's the credits. Yeah, I figured I'd mention. I might try attacking the head a bit if I can. It's definitely a scary proposition, but honestly, being in his legs isn't that much safer.
No.
His stomps come out a little bit too fast. Like, the thing that I've usually been able to take advantage of with most of these bosses is that I can get into their legs, smack them, and then dodge fast enough, like, that I don't get hit by their follow-up. This dude does not seem to have that, I do not seem to have that luxury, basically. Vomit, I'm not gonna go for it here. It is just
Yeah,
too
I
awkwardly
understand why
in the corner.
This would be the part where people are like, that platinum. No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think that I will. Ah, there's number 2. This is the thing that I worry about when he, when standing in front of his head.
There's the head strat instead.
I'm giving it a try, see what it feels like. Like, it isn't actually that hard to dodge this bit of it. But yeah, the heh is the bit that terrifies me, I gotta say. Ah, okay.
Start doing the 3 or...
There's some promise in that, if I can start getting some good damage in on him. Tough to say. It might also make sense to switch to one-handed mode, even though it's less damage. I might be able to get the fuck out better.
Yep.
Even if I'm giving up the serrated damage. It might make the fight even slower, but it might give me a shot. It is kind of tough because his moves are like... He moves himself really aggressively with them, so it's really hard to do a let me charge up an attack and hit him in the place that he's going to be after he whiffs this. I was kind of doing it there, but not consistently. Well, that just didn't let me out.
Couldn't get out of him. We were in.
Yeah, I should have jumped. I should have jumped left rather than right because the foot was a little forward in that direction. Oh, I can totally believe he's more predictable when you stay in front of him. Like I was kind of able to just bait out the swipe attacks most of the time there. It's just tough for me to tell if that kind of if I'm going to be able to get a consistent like hit strategy off of that. I mean, I'm willing to try a whole bunch of things out. At this point, I've beaten the game, so anything else I do is gravy. Okay.
No matter what, this will be the final Bloodborne stream.
Yes, we will be starting something new after this. God, he's only been going for the vomit like when his ass is right up against a wall.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like that attack.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, stuck on their geometry. That makes sense too. Yeah, you definitely, when you play a lot of Souls games, especially against these big things that tend to lazy Susan, like, you really learn the ins and outs and of the, like, kind of hits that you're allowed to do. And yeah, all of his animations look quite similar. Never a good sign. A lot of these Chalice-only bosses definitely have that feel to them. Like, pretty much everything that I've actually gotten stuck on has been a Chalice-only boss. And I would say that, like, the Keeper of the Old Lords, who is the Pyromancer boss, that's actually a decent boss fight.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is going to be when he starts going the second one really fast. Because
Yes.
right now he is still like...
Now I think he's in
he's
that
going to start
phase.
doing it,
Yes.
yeah.
I think this is the HP point where he starts doing the extra swiping.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, there's the third one.
Okay, I'm fine with him doing the bites. Whee! Ah, did not let me get the visceral there. He's like, his head is so long.
Yes, it's hard to get up to it. You got a good smack in though.
Yep. Ah, that has a follow-up too. I am learning.
Yeah, now he's at 45%. Yeah.
This does kind of seem like it would be the way.
Yeah, it's going much better than the other half. You will now start doing some other bullshit now. That's pretty. He's heading near you. Nice. That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really wish I could get an attack in after that, but his head goes up.
Yeah.
He's gonna do an explosion. Bye!
Bye, lad.
He was on screen, and then he was not.
Another one.
And 4. I'm getting good damage off that now that I've broken his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just do not have a good thing to, like,
Nobody's gonna
punish
go.
that. That one was a bait.
Maggie's-
Big
oh,
mistake.
God. No!
Alright.
That went so well!
Getting there, though. This is gonna work.
That went so good!
Yeah, Twitch ad rolls have been getting aggressive lately.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're bad.
It is quite unfortunate.
And the ad blockers aren't doing a good job anymore.
They can get, I think, like, mid-roll type stuff a lot of the time, but pre-rolls are
Yeah.
basically just unavoidable
Twitch is doing
to stuff right now.
They're in an arms race and Twitch is winning.
Yeah. He is in an awkward location. I confused, but
Wow.
I'll take it.
Wow, that was good.
Ah, that was one more attack than I thought he was gonna do. Yeah, it does just go
Yeah,
right below him.
Yeah, you can't hit that.
It's
attack.
really unfortunate too because he's like vulnerable for a ton of time there,
But you can't
but
hit
there's
him.
just no like
No.
the saw does not have a
No.
hitbox that gets that basically.
It doesn't go up high enough.
Yep. Good to know. I mean, it's really important to just try those things out, even if it does mean we die, because, you know, if I can find a way to do this fight that doesn't involve me having to be perfect for 20 minutes, it's important to do that.
Yep.
It's important to experiment, even if it gets your ass beat, because at least then you know you'll get your ass beat. The jumping attack sounds terrifying because it takes quite a long time, so if I mistime it, I get extremely exploded.
Yep.
Keep honking. Yeah, I really have to, like, be on the lookout for that.
For the slam, for the...
It's quite hard because he does it so rarely, it's rather difficult for me to learn the tell.
Yeah.
Wee. That was dodged purely on reflex.
Yeah.
Might get back through.
Nope.
Alright, so now he's in Angie mode. I attempted to do a dodge, which was a big mistake.
Yep.
The Amygdala arm might actually be an interesting question. I'd probably need to swap the gems over, but I might give it a try just to see like if the moveset feels okay. Cause yeah, I think the R1 of the Amygdala arm would probably be able to hit the barks.
Would you like switch to that mid-fight?
That's a good question. That might be
Just
the
because
way,
your
yeah.
serrated is almost certainly gonna do
Yes, definitely.
better damage. Like
Yeah,
the
it might
rest
be
of
when I
time.
see the barks, I swap over to the Amygdala arm
And
real
give it
time
down.
and then
Yeah.
get a smack in and then swap back.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of downtime in this fight that I could active reload.
Anywhere than the one hand. Yeah, the club might reach where the dog's not.
Are you gonna do swipe at me? First of all, rude. Won't go for this one because I've already kind of missed the chance, and I'd rather have taken the healing there. Yeah, the big thing there is the swap is so slow of the transformation.
It meant like the swap's like Michelin arm, but the one-handed for the Amy arm, not the thingy. But I don't know if the swap's any faster.
Yeah, I thought I saw in chat someone suggesting that swap as well, and to be honest, I did that completely by mistake. So good to know that that just won't work.
Yes.
I will have to switch back to the pizza cutter and trick it afterwards, so I won't be able to do anything after I do that.
Yes.
It might still be worth it. But yeah.
Oh.
Are you gonna do swipe at me?
Yeah. Charge at you, really.
You don't say. That attack's a problem.
Yeah. You get very soft.
I do have an option select there. If I see he's going for another one of the swipes, I can get the fuck out of there. Not that one, though. Now that he's doing that.
Now he started doing that, yeah. And get the fuck out, yeah.
That was interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we're not just not getting the visceral there. Got hit by that trailing hitbox there.
Bye.
I believe that regenerates his limbs.
Ah, okay. God, yeah, he moves forward further than I'm expecting.
Yes, and he's also got fire. Yes, I don't think you can visceral that this guy.
Okay.
Down there a little. Hit low.
I'm pissed, guys.
Thanks, baby. Alright, so there's the one there. Three, four.
No thanks. Yeah, ah, damn.
You did manage to get nervous.
I did hit him and not
Nice.
die, which is
Yep.
good.
Mhm.
But yes, I can see the difference between those attacks now.
Yeah. He like vibrates a little bit.
Yeah, he also turns a lot quicker when he's doing the one that can turn into the final, like the big swipe. Might kill me. Not gonna go for it. Do it.
Oh, vomit.
Really hoping for a break there.
Yeah. Explosion. Get him! We get him!
Oh,
Yeah!
okay. The real final boss.
Yeah!
Cursed and Defiled Root Chalice.
Woo! Granny Bingus sits down because,
I think that was the shake that I moved my controller really quick there and it just input a sit emote. But you know what? I needed that.
you need a bit of a sit down after that.
Okay.
Alright.
That is, we both do pets for that.
Thanks for the good dog.
Good dog, unlike that one.
Oh, alright.
So, that's boss 2. You will get to see me actually doing some dungeon spelunking. Like, there's no side corridor for the start of this one. I have actually been, like, actively swapping out my weapons in the Chalice Dungeons themselves, because, like...
Grabbing a level or you just continuing onwards?
I'll probably just continue onwards for now. We shall see. That's a good sign. But yeah, like, against the random enemy layouts, I have there's a lot of different things that are really good here. Rather not fight the dogs and the dude. If I can just, aggro one of yous. Nope. I have created problems.
You want to aggro all of them, right?
Yeah, what about everyone? Okay, everyone's a little confused right now. Okay, everything's fine.
we're good.
We're not currently dead.
We're good.
The Pyromancer tends to be a little bit slower to go forward for some reason. Uh-oh. Unfortunate. They are still pretty scary.
Yep.
Soul level is currently 113 or so, I think. I'll take a quick look. Yep, 113. Yeah, I've kind of been keeping it a little lower, so that fighting the final bosses wasn't a total, like... There were some confusing hitboxes there.
Things went a little weird.
These dogs just do not stagger.
Yep.
You fucking die, though. Well, I somehow got one dog.
And yet, one try orphan.
Yeehaw.
To kind of fight your best at.
Yep. I have a very specific set of skills.
Oh, for Sekiro, really.
Alrighty then.
Bye, souls.
It happens. There's things I tend to do well and things I tend to do not well.
Rom. Rom being not
Rom is an extreme not well. Yes, one attempt without knowing the moveset is how I beat Orphan of Kos, for the record. These dudes are very stun lockable with this. The club is actually really, really good here. Because I can just keep fucking swinging. Like, the club has been an absolutely fantastic secondary weapon. I think what I really want to be doing is this attack in these tight corridors. It lasts literally forever. I will say the Amygdala arm is actually a really good PvE weapon, like, because there's a lot of enemies where the R2 attack of the tricked version, like, kind of breaks enemies. Like, if they don't have an attack that's fast enough to force me to, or like to stop me from stun locking them, it literally just does most of their health. And then a lot of the time the tricked version even just really messes with enemies that like to be in front of you, because it just does this. I am shocked that you didn't go for me in that entire time.
No restraint, I guess.
Shameful. There we go. Easy.
Alright.
Get some blood vials. Those I might need.
Yeah?
Alright, okay, so this is the exit. This first room is quite a doozy, I will say that.
Yeah?
These doors are usually... I'm starting to figure out the Chalice Dungeon layouts. When it has a window like this, that usually means that it won't open from that side, like the first side that you encounter it on.
Okay.
I'm definitely starting to get a feel for all of that shit.
Those dogs officially harder than the orphan.
That's true. Summon Madman Waller.
You love Madman Waller.
Wasn't sure if I woke a guy up. I was like, I think I saw someone there, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, those are covered in spikes on the open side.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I knew you were a lad that would wake up. I saw you.
Most of these lads lying around here that aren't obvious corpses are,
Rats!
Rats off to you.
How did that miss?
I do find the arm is my go-to rat dealer. Mostly because where there's
hold
one
on.
rat, there's 50 rats.
Yeah. I remember the slimes that came down and bugged you to death. Those are fun times. I think there's like one behind you.
Yep. Yep. One thing about fighting this many rats...
There's a big lad.
Okay, these guys are particularly susceptible to,
The slam.
the trick slam. Because it hits them once, they stand back up, and then it hits them twice. The nice thing about it is that you can just let it go. Oh, hello! There's even a plague rat here. Woof. Okay. Now that that unpleasantness is over, it does look like we've got 2 paths.
Ho-ho.
And a man stuck in us.
That just happens, though.
That happens a lot, yes. Yeah, another reason I like the tricked form of this is that I can still hold a torch while I'm using it.
Yeah.
And in here, look how dark it is without the torch up. Like...
Somewhere, a door open. And I wonder if this is supposed to be harder than the dog. I feel like people say, like, the dog's harder, but...
It's entirely possible. I mean, It's definitely, like... A lot of these Chalice bosses that are specifically Chalice bosses are... problems. They were just not ready for the big time because they weren't going to be in-game bosses, quote-unquote. Nothing but ritual materials here. Hey, that's fine. How nothing we talking now? Surprised nothing has come to try to kill me.
I do have some tomb mold.
Yummy, yummy tomb mold. Very sneaky chest.
It's a mimic, actually.
Mm-hmm. You've come to the right place. By the way, sort of a small thing, and I don't know if we have the lesser ritual bloods to really show it off, but the ritual blood picture is basically a skull slowly popping out.
Oh!
Going full. Oh!
We have the one before, too.
Ah, yes, you can just barely see the eyeball in this one. But yeah, that dog is awful. Most of the pure Chalice Dungeon bosses that I've fought have been, like, kind of bullshit on the hitbox side, even when I have been able to kind of take them out without too much trouble. It's, like, not satisfying in the way that a lot of the main fights in this game are. Even weird tricksy fights like Witch of Hemwick, where, like, it really is kind of a puzzle boss, still feel a bit better put together than some of the fights that we've come across in these Chalice dungeons. Hello! These dudes are better with the one-handed version because I can just come on and slam. It really is like, if the one-handed version of the pizza cutter is enough to stagger enemies, it's the best thing to use for them. If it's not, and their attacks are just a little bit slower, the one-handed version of the Amygdala arm is often the better weapon for them, because it will just stun lock them forever. Are we going to be fighting spiders?
Or chick lady.
The one thing about tick ladies is that they will not show up on their, like, in the default loadout. These dudes, yes, are ones who I need to one-hand trick weapon to stun. Specifically the ones who are actually dressed. Yeah, you can see he's like starts winding up for attacks, but just doesn't quite get there. Nyeh. Ow.
Wow, that was damage.
Alright, you're fighting several of them. Best to just sort of back the fuck off.
Keep
and
them Amygdala armor.
yes. That's the power of the charged swing there. Like, he took forever to decide he really wanted to attack me, and I was still able to get him. Another nice thing about the Amygdalan arm, oh god, I had it in my head and then it's just lost it because I'm trying to not die to these dudes. It'll come back. Yeah, these dudes I do not, even the one-handed version of the thing won't stun them in one shot, so I do have to be careful against them. It is, like, the thing that's interesting about these Chalice dungeons is that I'm, like, forced to really consider the situations and the enemies that they're throwing at me. Maybe I just don't go in there.
Yeah.
I've already found the switch, so I don't really have to worry about that too much. Yeah, I thought I saw a chest over here.
Mm-hmm. And pop skeletons.
Mm-hmm. Poor pups. And we definitely have enough ritual blood. Weirdly, these are not chests. Those are just barrels.
I think there's a chest over.
Yes, I did see a chest. Yeah, just chilling over there.
That's not a trap.
That right there is a trap.
That's not a trap.
So
right
just
there.
don't walk backwards. Ah, yes, what I was gonna say is when you're doing crowd control with the two-handed version, the tricked version of this weapon, you actually want to do 2 shots. That's a dude.
Yeah, I was like, is that dude?
So like when you're doing crowd control with this weapon, you'll notice the 3rd shot is actually mostly vertical. You want to stop yourself after doing 2 slashes, because if you do a vertical slash into a crowd, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
There's another one.
Ow.
Oh god. Whew. Scary.
Sometimes you just gotta slam.
Another one over there.
Yep, there's also one right there.
Ooh.
There's an inflicted organ. My favorite kind of organ.
You love an inflicted organ.
There's a trap to my right, which means, yep, there's a pressure plate to my left. They actually get kind of like creative with a lot of the trap placements.
There's another one to the left.
Yep. Yeah, these dudes really aren't that much of an issue, but you do have to like, it's very easy for them to then add numbers to a fight that you thought you had in hand if you're not paying attention to them. And of course, there's so many corpses lying around here, that's a trap, that it's like very easy to just completely miss that they exist, you know? That's some hair. Neat.
Yay.
It's also very easy when you're like going over ground that you already did, that you've already trod, to just walk over a switch that you noticed the first time. I've done that to myself several times. Alright, if I'm not gonna go do the monster room, this is probably time where I head back and gain a level.
Grab a level.
Yeah.
Are you at the point where that's just one level?
This probably is just one level at this point. I'm not sure exactly how much it costs. Really, was there another door on the other side that I didn't go through? Because I think that was actually the room that I saw at the start with the monsters. I feel like there was another door around here. You saw. That is new.
Oh, okay.
It
Just
does
see
say
what
nothing
the
but blood
blood
echoes,
echoes.
so we'll see if it's an obnoxious fight or not. Oh god, it's one of these rooms that always have 2 exits at the top.
Run away.
Yeah,
Let's go fight the boss.
might as well. Again, we found the switch, so we're not doing too much, and if I had to put money down on it, I'm betting there's going to be another side path. Ah, whoops, this is the ass end of the room. There you go. We have found an area that is large enough that I actually have a little trouble navigating it. It takes some doing. No, these are just corpses. They looked sort of like they might be getting up, so I was like, but no.
No, you killed them already. You don't need to kill them again. It would be mean, in fact.
I have given them the curse of fatal death. Might as well refill my vials for the boss anyway.
Yep. Get a level, spend some vials. Get murdered by a boss, that seems like a good way to finish up.
It's the Bloodborne experience. We didn't actually see if Doll had anything new to say after. I did forget to do that.
Go.
I honestly don't know.
Let
It's time! Granny Arcane.
Woo!
Yeah, you know, house is on fire.
Don't worry about it. There's no blood moon. It's fine.
The roof is on fire. You know what I think I'm going to do? Just for funsies. Is that we have about 1 billion insight right now. And we even saw that we've, like, basically hit a hard cap.
If hit our soft caps and the Amygdala arm, I guess technically has some arcane. I don't know.
I figure if I do a New Game Plus run, I could do a Strength Arcane kind of bullshit. But, you know, it's quite expensive, but a Blood Rock would make us a lot stupider. And maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, wow, look at how much Frenzy and Beast resistance we just got back there. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure I have anything better to do with my money right now. Like, maybe I should continue putting it into strength and, or like, endurance and vitality.
Yeah, if you have 60 insight, you can just buy a rock.
Purchase a rock.
Yeah, put arcane, break out the wheel.
Clearly, it's Wheel's time to shine. Ah, the DLC was what added the buyable rock. That makes sense. The nice thing is, I don't have to fight those dogs to get over to here. They have a very slow patrol route, so they will not chase me into here.
Arcane the boom hammer as well.
Yeah.
Apparently there's not much arcane scaling with the arm.
Yeah, that's
you
kind of what I've
get a bit more,
heard.
but like a pure strength build does just fine with it.
Alright, are we ready to definitely finish this chalice in one try?
Yeah, you beat the orphan. You beat the orphan, honey. You have to
How
beat this
hard
one.
could it be?
This boss cannot be harder than the orphan.
Well,
It's Amy. Hey, Amy, what's up?
Amygdala.
Amy at half health. Excellent. And probably smacks harder, too. You do the big smackies, Amy?
Barely.
Oh, I see the lasers right away. Alright. Starting off with them lasers.
Blech. Ow. This is gonna be, interesting. Yeah, good news, I've done this boss. What I probably should have done with the leftover blood, with all the rest of the blood echoes, was buy,
Vials?
not vials, but, whatchamacallit, bolt paper.
Yeah.
I don't currently have any of that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, unless I grab it and then bold Hunter's Mark out of here. Man, you didn't do any of that when we were fighting the first time. This is the thing, like, I was able to beat Amygdala the first time because they kept, like, offering their head to me to do big smackies on. Blech. Gross.
Apparently if it jumps up, if you stand still, you don't get hit.
That's interesting.
You have to stand like perfectly still.
Getting a lot of head vomit. Pop that pinata.
Yeah. I think with all like big huge fights, lock on can definitely make the camera get interesting.
A blessing and a curse.
Okay, apparently advice is wrong.
I did turn around there. Yeah, the lock-on might just be not tenable for this, which isn't great because it will mean I'll have to actually control the camera, which is something I'm not very good at. Literally what I need to do is beat Gehrman and get the burial blade and use that. I missed.
A little bit.
I knew what was gonna happen. I just dodged a little earlier than I needed to. Bap, bap, bap. Yeah, the Bloodborne streams will definitely end on one boss. It's just a question of which one.
Yep. What we'll probably do is if we when we do get the platinum, we'll just record. Like we've recorded all the Chalice stuff.
Yes, I have recorded all the Chalice stuff. I don't necessarily think all of it is worth watching, but if we do end up doing that, yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Brody. I will say, I do claw grip a lot in Dark Souls, just not in fights. Too soon, Executus. I do love the Begone slash. Rit. Where are the big steppies? I missed. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Would have been a good time to attack, but
the healing was more important.
Yep.
That's a lot wider now.
Ugh. Not currently dead, which is a little weird to me. Tasty blood. I got the timing on that at least.
Yeah.
I can imagine a jump arc in my head surprisingly well.
Trying to guess where Head was
Yeah, you know.
at that moment. Head's somewhere around here.
There they go. Oh. I actually thought that was the hand rip.
Ah, he reached out with his arms.
Yes.
Slammed you down.
Extended.
Alright, not doing too bad though. Good attempt.
Yeah, we're definitely making progress. And like attacking limbs in this definitely makes sense because
Yeah.
I'm doing real damage against them. Where like in the first fight I was barely doing anything.
The final challenge is easier than this. Yeah.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, there I go.
No, it's gone better.
Yep. Sometimes it do be like that.
That's true.
Did of course originally use the one-handed mode of the Kirkhammer for this fight. It might not be the worst idea to try one-handed for this. I don't think we're getting serrated beast damage against.
No.
Oops.
Went right into its head.
Yeah. As soon as I rolled, I knew it was dead. It's not like the dog where I knew it was going to charge every time the first time, so it's like it could kill me, but I knew what timing to dodge it on at the start of the fight every time. Here, Amygdala has a few different things that it can do. AI patterns? Shameful. Gotta say, the stick has served me really, really well. Like, both the one- and two-handed versions of the pizza cutter have been really good.
I feel like the meanest thing to do to Amygdala would be to use the Amygdalan arm.
Probably.
I feel like that would be such insult to injury.
The psychic damage would be immense.
Using its own arm against it.
You never know, it might be its child's arm.
I think that would be even worse.
It's worse. You can see why that's worse, right? See why that would be worse. Damn, they like...
They got fast, huh?
But it's actually like they delay a lot of the time. I do like that you do a big steppy every time. You don't get to see it quite as aggressively when you do the, when you're locked onto something, but yeah, you can also like turnstile yourself and BAM! I play fighting games. I'm extremely used to knowing what I did was wrong the second that I did it, and then having to sit there as I explode. Baps.
Bap bap. I gave it the bap baps.
As one does.
How you doing, Amy? I was joking about the arm. I feel like it's not the best weapon here.
Yeah, it's doing 65 there. Figure I at least try it out. It's actually doing more than the one-handed version of that. You know, at least against the feats.
Frame rate was like high.
It is actually doing more damage than the one-handed version of the pizza cutter.
No, one less. 65 v66.
Ah, oh, I was doing 68. I can't read.
It's fine. I mean, it's basically equivalent.
Nice grab, idiot. Aw.
Yeah.
That was almost perfect.
So like the quote-unquote cheese strat is to bait the jump and then slam into the head. When it lands, because you can kind of know where it's gonna land, you can like just charge up an attack and slam into its head. Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but
Fine, I'm leaving. You can really see how much slower this is.
yep.
And getting random hits in on the arms and the face. The legs are very armored.
Yes.
Is the
yes,
big thing.
Absolutely.
Like even the arms take more. Quite a bit more.
Yep. Ah, I see. Getting fart cloudy.
Definitely seems like the arms are where I want to be.
Like 10 times more, yeah. Well,
Ow.
seven times more.
Everything here just loves to vomit.
Yeah, the pizza cutter doesn't have like the verticality sometimes to get up on his head.
Yup. Didn't realize there'd be a flailing arm where I was standing there.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Amygdala has many of the flailing arms. Ah!
We got sumo pushed.
Smacked you before you even got up.
Ah, Amygdala doesn't actually count as kin. That's interesting. I actually could swap the thing back to the other gem if I wanted a small boost in my attack.
Yep.
An interesting concept. But yeah, the Amygdalan arm for the head, if I'm going for the head, might also be a reasonable strat. And even just hitting the arms in general, like getting that little higher up. Dang. Ah, dang. The hardest part kind of is just knowing what actually is out of dodge when you want to get out of dodge. Because there are so many different attack ranges to deal with. I have overstayed my welcome. I'm not sure if I was ever welcome in the first place. So I think that what that's doing is healing their arms that I've broken.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So the current goal is beating Amygdala. That's where we're going. We already beat the game. That's kind of what we wanted to do. Now we're just trying to Amygdala. It's fine.
Ed has been replaced by Amygdala. Ah, I was trying to roll out of the way there. Yeah, repairing that body part. That makes sense. Good to be aware of, and that you get bonus damage against broken limbs until they do it. Yeah, I'd love to be able to get into the next Chalice. I get the feeling we won't beat it even if I do, but hey. I would take beating Amygdala on stream as victory.
The peak car was pretty well, but don't entirely Amygdala arm a few more times. Like going for the arms, the peak car just seemed like...
Yes, the pizza cutter hits the arms for a lot right on there, right on its own. And like when I get one shot like this, it's definitely the thing that's doing the damage. The downside is, of course, that if I mess up my attack,
Yes.
I get
Yes.
super punished.
What you really need to do is upgrade the Kirk hammer to max and take that out again.
Clearly, that, you know, beat Amygdala the first time. Why wouldn't it work here? It's very funny, I can't see the butt end of my health bar, because of the microphone, so I don't actually know if I die against those attacks that do most of my health.
And it's hard to tell even when you can see it, I can promise you that. Do you have a magic pixel? I don't know.
Now, look at that fucking damage. Now, look at that fucking damage. That was a true combo. I could not mash out of that.
Wobble combo.
Honestly, I wasn't thinking I'd be able to beat the Hound, so I'm sure I can do this one as well. I fought that the first few times and I was just like, oh, this is this kind of fight. When I was off stream, I was just like, But yeah, it does seem like breaking the hands is going to be the fastest approach to this. If I was able to get more hits on the head, I think the
that was our
Amygdala arm would have
strat,
worked a lot better.
He's right in rage mode right away, so he's so hard to get.
Yeah. Dang, it was too quick. Ah!
Oh, uh-oh. Might want to switch the arm then.
Oh, you're gonna have to go back and fix that at some point.
What happens if it breaks? You just have to repair it?
I think I just have to repair it.
And slam.
Well, I think I should just go back and repair it.
Yeah, I think so.
right. Oh, fair maiden, why is it that you weep? Yeah, I don't know if the spit corrodes weapons or if I'm just hitting it so many times that it's just getting got. I could believe either explanation. Durability 69.
No, can't. Can't do that. You ruined it.
I have ruined it.
You ruined it.
I've ruined its 69 durability attack bonus.
Terrible.
Certainly shameful.
Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
I've got a whole bunch. Might as well Hulkamania run wild on this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not that one.
No, please don't remove the chalice.
That would be very funny.
That would have been terrible.
Yeah, I always hit up because it's I want to go to the last option, but it turns out the last option is erase. It is interesting because I'm not sure where I would have to stand to bait it into jumping in the first place. I haven't quite figured out that part of the pattern yet.
Behind its butt.
Ah, okay.
And the strat is get behind his tail.
Get up on the
jump.
Hydra's back and then
Yeah.
it'll go flying.
You always jump and you run around and hang by its tail.
Yeah, I figured there was like specific places you could be that would do it. It does look cool as hell when you use bolt paper on the saw.
Yep. Just doing that like that.
No.
You're just in time to see us lose to this fight a lot. Again, more.
You hit the back leg for more, I think.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, like the bonuses for break are far more.
Yeah.
Very confused about everything that happened there.
This is fine.
Such a shame. The head is so so open when it does that attack, but I almost always get
Yeah,
smacked by it.
It's 471 versus 509.
Yeah.
It is more, but it's not like a lot more.
Very marginal, yeah.
That's a good running slot.
Mm-hmm.
That vomit is far.
Yes, when it does the big vomit. Thought I might be able to get 2. Didn't get punished for it. At least.
The running does have a little bit more verticality to it.
Yeah, it definitely is the way. That attack is at least not nearly as dangerous as most other things that are available.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hello.
Yeah. It's fine. Beautifully right under it. There we go.
There's the rip off the arms. Oh, you have to get down far to see that.
Yeah.
Blood wings too.
Interesting. I got the noise for the visceral, but it didn't fall.
It didn't fall, yeah.
Real close. Okay, we're getting there.
That was so good.
We're getting there.
That was good. So close.
I've got the feel for it. Got the moves and the grooves. Yeah, I was actually able to get some attacks in on the head there. The run-in and slash does not seem to be very punishable, so I can definitely go for that. Probably even if it costs me healing sometimes, because like I'll get some back for the rally.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of damage that I can get.
Yeah.
But yeah, it decided it basically just didn't want to do the fall over.
It was a bit strange. Gaming just decided no.
Uh-oh. Yeah, in the first form, that vomit is actually like 3 damage.
Oh yeah, really punishable. And the second, it just extends so far.
Yeah, like that. No. One of the weirdly hard parts about this is figuring out which arm you should be attacking after the after any given attack.
Yep.
That was interesting.
Also gets the slam. Didn't die though.
Did not die to it. the big step off. It's like...
Oh, my Grandbingus. Good attempt.
better.
Good attempt. We're doing good.
More
We're doing good.
consistent. Yeah, and I'm not totally sure how long I'll go with this, but I want to give it a good shot. I feel like I can beat this on stream.
I feel like we're going. We're schmoovin'.
I'm quite close. It really is, you just have to be perfect for a very long time. Just see Amygdala through the fog door.
I know, and you're like, fuck that guy.
Ah, I thought I was rolling again. Wow, I am getting a lot fewer like pauses that are usually safe for me to attack in. This is good though.
Maybe you just decided to...
That is too many eyes.
That is a lot of eyes. Amy, you have too many eyes.
You've been voted most eyes.
I don't think it's the most eyes we've seen, but it's certainly a lot.
Certainly up there.
Certainly is too many.
Hi there. I'll take it. It can be quite difficult for me to tell, like, when I'm allowed to, Oh, work this time.
Slamming. Off come the arms.
It's funny because I believe those are also the easiest targets.
It wouldn't surprise me. Even when you detach them, they still hurt, you know?
So it's less damage, but it is still like 200 when it's broken.
Yeah.
Yum.
I think we
Little
got stepped on.
slow.
Oh, that was good again.
Close though. Yeah, when it rips off its arms, I don't think I can do the same things anymore. It might
Yeah.
just be the feet. Although honestly, like the jumps, they kill me if I miss them, but they aren't that hard to dodge. So it might just be, yeah, try to break the feet and do 200 a slash until they die.
Yep. Get some good damage on the
We're getting real close.
head when you can.
Yup. Yeah, it might also be see if I can't figure out where the head's gonna land if it's in that jump loop.
Yep.
Like, even if it's just for the end of the fight. There is such a thing as too many hands, it turns out. And that killed me. Okay. Yeah, it really is. Like, it can pick an attack right at the start of the fight that will kill me. If I choose incorrectly, the fight is just over. Sometimes it be like that. Bing. This is definitely the Bloodborne Chalice experience. I'll give it that.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Twice now, in a row. The fight does not get to begin.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
Yeah, so I'm dodging into a very specific attack. That dodge, I think, dodges all of the other attacks that I've seen at the start. Unfortunately, it's been chosen twice. Oh well. Many pets. Nice, I did get the second shot there. Ow! Fuck you!
Arms. Rough.
I was standing in the one literal spot that would have killed me there. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yep. Well, if you're gonna put your face down by my blade.
Sounds like a personal problem. Man, like, I have been getting got.
Amy was very mad that you got like flat clip.
Apparently. Christ. Man, the numbers in these dungeons definitely get pretty ridiculous. Alright, pal. I got stuck.
Yep. It'd be like that sometimes.
Wow, yeah, like usually I'm fine for attacking like wind-ups and or like cooldowns and stuff. But, like sometimes it just decides they're instantly going into the next attack. It's really difficult for me to like predict. Okay, good. Would have been a little bit annoyed.
Because Amy's on that little raised bit. Like moving her hitbox a little bit up. Sometimes those arms just hit out like a little bit more than I expect them.
Yup. But it's because they're like doing separate attacks that don't really look different enough. Like sometimes you get a really wide shot, other times you get a much like more restrained one. That should give me a shot. Rose. I went flying a little bit, it's fine. I don't know why I went for a second swing there.
Nice.
Nice.
So we're getting close to the arms. Yeah, now they are.
I was rolling there.
Yeah, I think unfortunately you rolled right into its leg.
I should have had iframes there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't really matter if you're touching it. I just hit it too late. Oh well.
Do I just stop there? Do you want to give another
One
go?
last shot. This will be the last fight, and by the last fight I mean the last time where I actually get a fight going. When it kills me instantaneously, that doesn't count. That's apparently not the end of an attack, which is weird. Far enough away, step off didn't hit me.
Right by slam. He definitely tells you to step off.
Oh yeah.
Just like, no, get out of here. Get the fuck out. Ugh.
I knew a hand would end up there eventually.
Your hand is coming down, I know it. Coop is, little bit messed up.
Oh, just a twofer. That'll be a downer.
Now she's getting tangy. Alright, visceral, nice. Off from the arms?
And that'll do it for us. For Bloodborne.
Yep.
Man, I was doing so much better at dodging it at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. Probably in part just because it's like, after having to do the entire thing, it's just that little bit harder to get myself to get the timing on that right.
Well, do you want to make a save file and get the Granny Bingus just leaves the hunter?
I think that's probably the best. The best that we can do
So
here.
the best thing to do is probably like quit the game, upload the save
Yeah.
to our USB, and then get the ending.
Yep, that sounds good.
I'm gonna end with the best ending Granny Bingus could possibly get, which is
Getting the fuck out.
getting the fuck out.
Sometimes problems ain't your problems.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, close application.
Save data in system storage, then copy USB. And now we're gonna get Granny Bingus out here.
Alright, copy that over.
Yep.
It'll take a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Basically forever. And back to the blood.
Alright, because turning into a slug is a terrible ending.
Not the biggest fan,
That's
no.
a terrible ending. We're gonna end this right. Granny Bingus is gonna decide she is just
She's gonna decide the situation is toxic. She needs to sever from these people. This Yarnum, not a fan.
It's all too much. This is all terrible.
Terrible monsters, terrible people, and frankly, she doesn't need this in her life.
Sure doesn't.
Gonna post on Facebook about cutting out the negativity from her life.
Alright, Gehrman. Kill us, I guess.
Fine, kill me, I guess.
If you attack him, he fights you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy.
So does he just kill everyone?
I assume that, yes, once hunters are kind of through with whatever, he basically frees them from the dream.
From this terrible hunter's dream.
Shall we?
Let's summit our life. I feel like this is the only goodish ending.
Good enough.
Fear the blood.
I do fear the blood, to be honest.
Yeah. Gotta put your back into it.
No, we're just flower petals now.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
that, we wake up in gear that is way cooler than what we fell asleep in.
That's true. I'm not sure we fell asleep there, though.
I believe this is the courtyard of the great cathedral.
There are no old ones on the building.
Crawling
so,
out in a boot, yeah.
Again, I feel like good ending. We lived. We're good.
The sky isn't gray.
We're no longer dying?
They did put up a tombstone for us, though.
Did die in the Hunter stream.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Alright, there we go. Best ending.
Mm-hmm.
Anything is to not turn into an old man or a slug.
It's true.
Those are our other two options.
I guess like a hunter's dream thrall or a slug. Well, there we have it.
Trapped
That is
in hell
Bloodborne.
forever or slug.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Bloodborne. Bloodborne's done. No more Bloodborne streams. So, like we say, we'll probably see about uploading some of the Chalice. Like, we might do a super cut of some good Chalice stuff.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Especially the, if we do go ahead and do that.
And finish the rest of it.
Yeah, for the Platinum.
Then we'll definitely record that and figure that out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely be going and finishing the Platinum, just not quite on stream. I imagine we're not too far off from it. I get the feeling when I beat Amygdala, it will not be nearly as bad to get through the rest of it.
Well, apparently the Chalice is easier, so...
Yes. Yarnum surprise.
Definitely it's a Yarnum surprise.
That is true.
But, we can't... Amy is stopping us from the Platinum, but that's fine.
Yep. It's also double fine because we saved to save files, so we'll just be able to go straight back to it.
Yep, that was the point of the save
Alright,
files.
well, that is 2 out of 3 endings of the game. We've seen everything. Except, I guess, the cutscene for beating Gehrman without chowing down on them umbilical cords. So, that will do us for Bloodborne.
Alright, well, we've already picked our next game. Someone did guess it correctly last time. We will be, playing Eternal Sonata.
Indeed.
Which is a batshit game.
Which is a completely ridiculous game in a completely different way than this.
It's quite literally the opposite of this game. In
Basically
every regard.
In every possible regard.
Complete nonsense, but we love it. So, join us on Tuesday.
As we learn historical facts about Frédéric Chopin.
Isn't that a sentence? Alright. Well, tomorrow I will be back with more Skies of Arcadia. As always. I don't even remember what I'm doing. I'm into the Dark Rift.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm going into the Dark Rift. I'm so bad. I'm bad at the Dark Rift, but
for reference, all of our streams are uploaded to YouTube.
YouTube
on my
username
account
is the same as Twitch username, Vicus3. They go up a week after we stream them.
And you can also see the Twitch VOD here on Twitch.
For however long it's around.
Usually a month, I believe.
Usually a month, yeah. But, yeah. And then Tuesday will be Eternal Sonata. Look forward to that. We're looking forward to that.
We're really looking forward to that.
We chose that before we decided to do Bloodborne, but we didn't want to do 2 JRPGs in a row.
Yes, we had just finished Tales of Graces, and it's like, you know what? I could use a much different taste.
Yeah, we were like, okay, let's do something different, and then we'll do Eternal Sonata, which, yeah, it's a trip. It's gonna be a good time. So see you guys. We just end the credits?
Yeah, this is the same credits. We could probably just finish up now if we want.
Is there a scene after? We got a scene after the last one, right?
It's a good question.
Do you get an after credit scene for this one? Do we just go straight into the New Game Plus?
It might just go. I think that's actually what happened last time too.
Oh, was it?
I think the holding the parasite was before the credits, and I think that was replaced in this one with
the grave,
the doll kneeling at the
grave.
gravestone.
Yeah. All right, well, see you guys tomorrow for Skies Arcadia and Tuesday for Eternal Sonata. Then.
Indeed, it's JRPG time.
Hope you guys enjoyed Bloodborne. See you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.